But what I'm about to do is I'm going to lead you through a tour of the Minecraft server that I have built. The actual thing that you're playing on is you can't control it. There's a command block that is constantly teleporting you to my exact location. Where you are is where I am. My inputs, or essentially, that means my inputs are your inputs. It may seem restricting, but this is the best way to do the tour. Without further ado, let's get ready. So, starting out, we have a very low, I'm trying to talk about a few things, or I'm thinking about one thing, but I'm trying to talk about something completely different. We have a very long path, so I'm going to explain something really fast. The frame rate, it looks pretty low. I promise it's not low, it's just that the command block can only update so often. That is the command block, by the way. But the command block can only update so often, and so with you constantly being teleported, it looks like a low frame rate, but it's really actually not a low frame rate. It's just the updating of the command. So, starting out, we have this bridge right here. This is not a very interesting bridge, but yeah. Over here, these signs. Welcome to Lower Aurelia is the last for Golden. So there's a lot of black. We just continue further. We have a village right here. We have which is called Celestus, which is prisoner. And then if you go up to the very top, it is king, which is me. And king is the highest rank. And I'm sorry for the lag. It's Bedrock Edition. Bedrock Edition is notoriously famous for being the laggiest. Over here we have a church. Last time we updated this was day 497. If you look, the day counter does say 0. It's a glitch. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's not that hard to fix it. But we started doing like calendar dates. So on day 497, it was technically May 13th, year 2 of Minecraft days. And yeah, of Minecraft days, not real days. We've only had this server since March of 2026, and we play on it a lot. Oh, sorry. I don't know if that showed up at all. It was low power mode for my phone. I don't know if any of that showed up. I was just talking about the dates and whatnot. And then over here, you'll see it says leaving Lower Aurelia. You can see the path changes. I mainly the only reason I changed the path is just because if there was stone brick pathways, it would not blend well with the buildings since all the buildings have a stone brick thing on the lower part of them. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start by going over to the apartments. We have a bit of an enchanting setup right here. It doesn't really have its own structure, but I should probably make it its own structure. And then, again, sorry for the lag. Over here is the apartment complex. And basically there's different apartments for different ranks. This is the Imperatus area, which is basically like unskilled or untrained. Just means like you either have not had your skill assessed or you don't have any skill, which for one particular Imperatus is the case. But I'm not going to call anybody out. In here we have Machinator, which is like engineer. Over here we have Agricola, which is like farmer. And then over here we have Architectus, which is of course architect or builder. And then over here, I'll go in order from smallest Colosseum to largest Colosseum. But next, we're going to go to the different Colosseums. Normally, the only time an average player is allowed in the Colosseum, normally the only time they are allowed is if there's a fight going on. Our fights are organized. But for this time, I'll make an exception. This is the Gratis Inferior, the lowest PvP rank. This is like where people actually learn PvP, and they can actually like get used to learning just basic fighting skills, basically. Nothing really special about these guys, just that they're new. So yeah, that's Gratis Inferior. It's the smallest Colosseum, largest group of players though, because a lot of people want to be in the PvP ranks because the PvP ranks are among the highest ranks. And here we have Gratis Medius. These are another PvP rank, but these guys are like, they know how to fight. They not mastered, but they got really good at sword. And they're moving on to a weapon called the Mace, which is a high damage dealing weapon, which is this mace and the spear together, and also still being good at sword and pearl catching. But pearl catching, which is where you throw a pearl and then throw and charge right after it. And it teleports you up in the air. We focused mostly on being able to start learning how to pace and manage your health. So yeah, that's Gratus Medius. And those are the people who are starting to actually get good at the game. And then lastly, we have the highest tier of PvPers. These are the people who are better than everybody out on the server. In some cases, this is called the Gratus Cultus. Gratus Cultus. It is possible for a Gratus Cultus to be better than King at PvP. We do have that it has been easier on this server. But at the moment, that player was better than me. is a new bridge that I built. Um, it's like I can show it to you better from a different angle, but you'll understand why it took so long when I show it to you. This is the castle. It's not like the typical castle with a throne room or anything. I wish it had a throne room, honestly. That would be really cool, but it doesn't. So, yeah. Um, and now this is probably where it's going to get the most laggy because I'm about to fly. So it's gonna, yeah, it's either gonna be the most laggy or it's gonna look the most laggy. And honestly, I'm just gonna fly like this because that's probably just the best option. Yeah, this is the least laggy way to fly. Um, so that's why the bridge took so long. As you can see, there are pillars that go down um, all the way down the mountain. So it took a while because I had to put those pillars in that go all the way down. Right here, we haven't incorporated this into the terrain at all because we haven't built a bridge yet, but eventually we will build a bridge. That's why we're flying over here, just because we don't have a bridge. Um, in here, this is a tunnel that goes all the way through the mountain. This is a recent build, but we are eventually going to make it so there's shops for people to come and buy anything and everything you would need. Um, this is golden apples and enchanted golden apples. This is wind charges and breeze rods. This is golden carrots, our main food source. This is ender pearls. This is firework rockets, flight duration 3. And then this is potions and arrows. We only have one arrow type that we sell, which is harming arrows. Um, and then we have speed potions, fire resistance potions, and strength potions. This is experience bottles or bottle O enchanting. You can use it to heal your armor if it is damaged after a battle. Yeah, so this tunnel does go for a really long time, but after the shots end, it's just a repeating pattern. Sorry for the lag. Um, yeah, this lag is unbearable. Okay. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna go the full length of the tunnel just because of the lag. Um, but yeah, so that's the full tour of our server. Everything we did is custom built, other than, of course, the stuff that um, we got from Pinterest, which is just the lamp posts and a building or two. Trying to remember what else I got from Pinterest. I thought I said it. Whatever it was, I said it. Oh, it was the fountain, the lamp posts, and the nether portal. I'm pretty sure that's it. So that stuff is from Pinterest, but everything else is custom built. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this tour of our server, and yeah, thanks for watching this. Um, Thanks for watching this in full if you did, and guess I'll see you later.